Welcome to it be like that. I'm tripping. Welcome to the football den. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Y'all miss me? Do you miss me? Do you miss me? Do you miss me? You're gonna see this face often. You're gonna see my face often. So don't miss. I know you're gonna miss me, but trust me. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I know I'm just talking, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. We got some things to talk about. It's gonna be a short pod. I gotta watch Monday Night Football, so we can break that down tomorrow morning, how that game went between the Eagles and the Packers. I think it's gonna be a good game. Have the Eagles winning that. I'm not gonna go too in depth. I'll go in depth on it when I review the game tomorrow and break it down, how I feel about it. But this is gonna be a quick little pod before the game. This is like a pre-show to warm y'all up for the game. But how everybody feeling, man? Hope everybody had a great Monday. Hope you had a great Sunday watching Sunday Night Football. Hope you had a great Saturday watching some college football. You know what I'm saying? All my football heads out there. Hope y'all had a great day. Hope y'all had a great weekend too. But let's get right into it. We're gonna have some great topics to talk about today. Keep it short. We're gonna talk about my disappointed Atlanta Falcons. Ugh, underwhelming, overwhelming. They just Falcons, man. We're gonna talk about my Falcons. We're going to get into Aaron Rodgers had one of his worst games of his career last night on primetime Sunday Night Football, Peacock NBC. He looked terrible in a game that Pittsburgh should have won when Justin Herbert, both his tackles are out for the season. And we didn't take advantage. They didn't take advantage of that. Not we, but they didn't take advantage of that. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about somebody I feel like is now getting the credit that he deserves after playing on the terrible or just having some bad luck with his tender with the Lions back in the early 2000s, the whole 2010s, late 2000s to 2000, all the 2010s. We're going to talk about Matthew Strafford. He's having a great year this year. We're going to also talk about him. And should he be the number one candidate for MVP? Last week I said Sam Darnold, but should it be Matthew Stafford? We're going to talk about that today too. And y'all know me, but I love talking football. That's all I love to talk about. I know y'all like, damn, when you gonna start it be like podcast back up. Man, I don't even know. I said I keep lying to y'all, telling I'm gonna bring it back, but I don't even know. Like, I really want to have a group. I want to bring back another group, find a group of people that want to do it with me. Because everybody else, they used to be on there, Drew and Zay, they all busy. You know what I'm saying? Nate, they all busy. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. We gonna see. But y'all know me, I don't like to keep y'all waiting. The Atlanta Falcons, again, a bad team, bro. The Falcons, again, a bad team. Why do you say that? When you're inconsistent week by week, you're a bad team, period, point blank. And I just don't know how can we fix this problem, because we haven't fixed the problems that I've seen the past years. We haven't. We're never consistent in the secondary. We're never consistent when it comes to roughing the passer. We did have 7 sacks last night. Don't get me wrong. Falcons did sack Daniel Jones 7 times. They did. But when the moment matters, when it matters, those crucial moments, we couldn't get a sack. No pressure. Comfortable in the pocket, making throws. When it was time to get them off the field, 4th, 3rd, and 18, we let the man rush for 18 yards, 19 to 18 yards, to set up a pass to Warner to where he run for like almost 5 to 10 yards to get extra yard to set up a game time field goal to set us to overtime. I just don't get this team, bro. I don't understand where's our strong suit. 1 week is the running game, then we can't run. 1 week we passing it, now we can't pass. 1 week it's the defense, now it's not the defense. I just don't get it. And that, to me, that all has to come down to coaching. And I just believe Raheem Morris, he's a great guy. He's a great motivator. I don't think he's fit to be a head coach in this league. I'm happy he got another opportunity. I wish it wasn't with us, but it was. It is. So it got accepted. But I'm just tired of the Falcons just being bad to mediocre. We can never be bad to great. It's always just bad to mediocre. And it's just going to be another bad or mediocre season for the Dirty Birds. And I'm just tired of it, man. I'm a real hardcore fan of the Falcons, but I've been rooting for the Falcons since I was in my diapers. And to sit here and just watch us not make the playoffs since 2017, I'm just tired of it, man. We should be way better than what we're putting out, what we're producing. When you have a Drake London, a Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson, your record should never be no 3-6. 6-3, yeah, like last year. But after that, we folded. We lost like what? 4 of our last. We were 6-3, and then we end up losing like last like what? 4 games. Last 7, we lost. Like the last 7 out of 10, we lost. So I'm just tired, bro. I'm just tired of just the mediocrity. Just the mediocrity of this team, bro, of this franchise. It's been mediocre for the last 10 years. I'm tired of it. We should be way better. Many people say it's the 2016 season. And I'm just like, nah, it's not, bro. Because after 2016, we still made the playoffs next year, bro. So miss me with that. We just been sorry. It's been suckish. We've been very suckish for the last 8 to 9 years. And I don't know how we're gonna fix it. I don't know who you can bring in, because they're not gonna bring that person in. I talked to some of my hardcore fans. They say it's Rich McKay. They say Rich McKay, somebody they say don't have any say-so within that organization, does have say-so within the organization because he's very close to Arthur Blank. And Arthur Blank trusts his football knowledge. And I understand that. But he has not made the right decisions. Arthur Smith, terrible, mediocre coach. Okay OC, but he's a mediocre coach. Now you bring in Raheem, who's a mediocre DC, and he's just a mediocre coach. We keep bringing in this mediocrity. We keep bringing mediocre coaching staffs, and what you expect? To lose. We're gonna keep losing. We're gonna keep losing games we should win. We're gonna keep losing games that we should lose. And I'm just disappointed, man. I thought after beating the Bills, going 3-2, some good stuff was to come. And it's all been bad stuff coming to us, bro. I thought we was gonna have a great season. After 3-2, I'm like, okay. I expect this. Okay, we 3-2. Let's go. Let's keep the momentum going. And just you lose to the 49ers Sunday Night Football. Couldn't stop Christian McCaffrey. You get embarrassed in a shocking loss to the Dolphins. Had Tua out there looking like Steve Young, throwing 4 touchdowns on us. Then you go lose to the Patriots. Great, terrible first half, down 21-7. Great second half, going in only letting up only giving up 3 points to the Patriots, and thus scoring 3 touchdowns in the second half. No, scoring 2 touchdowns in the second half, but then our kicker missed a PAT. Now this game, kind of slow in the beginning, but then we caught that fire, started making plays. They couldn't stop our running game. You know what I'm saying? Turnovers. We just doing what we were supposed to do. Get into Daniel Jones, making plays. Drake London had over 100 yards receiving. He was cooking all game. You know what I'm saying? Guys made plays. Bijan, Algier, they all made plays. Really, only 3 people was making plays last night. You're going to be only 3 people making plays last night. Drake London, Bijan, and Algier. That's it. Everybody else, really, I can't put nothing on Kyle Pitts. He only can control what he can control. He can't throw himself the ball. They don't use him right. So you didn't see none of him. Mooney, every pass to Mooney was either overthrown or overthrown. Either overthrown or overthrown. Like Mooney was making plays, getting open, and kept being overthrown the whole game. But it's on Michael Penix Jr. And Michael Penix Jr. had over 177 yards passing. 100 of that went to Drake London, and the 70 was shared between Algier, Bijan, Cal, everybody else. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. But he will get another year. You got to bear with him. Be patient. Him and J.J. McCarthy, basically their rookie year because they didn't play all of season, just like Drake May did, just like Bo Nix did, just like Caleb Williams did. So we got to be patient with these guys. Even though it's hard to be patient when you're seeing Drake May or you're seeing Caleb Williams actually perform and actually make plays and help put their team in position to win games, because that's what they're doing right now. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm patient with Michael Penix. I'm just tired of being sorry and mid, bro. We're super mid. We're mid every year. Either we're bad or we're mid. I'm just tired of it, man. I wanted to take that next step so we can be contenders. Because trust me, bro, Carolina, I know they lost, but The future's bright. If Bryce Young can play, he could be consistent. Because he's not consistent. The Carolina has their quarterback, and they have a great team. They have great weapons, and that defense can play. And then when you look at the Saints, they shocked everybody and beat Carolina, which to me now their quarterback look like somebody you got to look out for because he might can help them get back to those Drew Brees days of actually winning and competing in the division and competing in the playoffs. Then the Bucks, they're gonna be here until Baker Mayfield get injured. Until Baker Mayfield get traded to get injured, the Bucks are always gonna be the first guys in line to compete and win NFC South. And the Falcons, if they don't stop doing what they're doing, they're always going to keep being the third to last team in the NFC South. That's what we've been. And as a fan, like I said, I'm just super tired of it, bro. I'm super tired of just watching this team just disappoint year on year, year by year by year by year by year. Every year to year, we're mid. Year to year, we're just super mid. And I'm just tired of it, bro. When were we going to be able to compete for championships? When we're not even that. Let's not get the expectations too high. Can we just compete for the playoffs? Can we compete in the division? Can we beat the team we're supposed to beat? You're not supposed to lose to the Dolphins. We were supposed to win that game against the Patriots. If that game would have went to overtime, how our defense was playing in that second half, we would have upset the Patriots. That would have been a road win. If our defense would have stepped up last night, we would have beat the Colts. If our defense would have stepped up on that last drive the Colts had to tie the game up, take it to overtime, we would have won. 3rd and 21. We got a sack to make it 3rd and 21. And we allow this guy to run for 19 yards? Really? We allow this guy to run for 19 yards. Jonathan Taylor rushed he had 25 knocks. He had 32 rushes for 244 yards. He broke hella Indianapolis franchise records against us. He had over 200 yards rushing against us. He had 244 yards rushing. And Kyle, I know Bijan Robinson on the sideline like, damn. God damn, bro. He outplayed Bijan. He looked like the better running back on the field, period, point blank. The best player on the field last night on the Falcons was Drake London. But overall, you looking at both teams, it's not even close. It was JT, it was Jonathan Taylor. And when you're bringing in a guy that has a defensive background, I expect the team to be way better on defense. I'm just sorry. I expect the team to be way better on defense. Look at Seattle. Head coach, defensive. Defense, legit. Defense is legit. I just don't see that with the Falcons, man. Our defense is not legit. Now, I'm going to be patient with Walker and Pierce Jr., but if you're telling me two guys who have a combined sack total, if you combine both of their sacks like 4, that's unacceptable. That's at least 10. Can both of them give me 5 apiece to end the year? Can we get at least 10 to 6 to show, okay, the potential, the future is bright for those guys? Because I don't see it right now. I just don't see it, and I don't have faith that this team that we see right now is going to win anything, bro. I just don't see it. I have no faith that we can compete against anybody because we have not shown it. We're inconsistent, bro. So now, even if we win the game, it's going to be like, yeah, they won, but watch next week. The team we're supposed to win, we're going to lose. The team we're supposed to win against, we're going to lose against them. And Falcon fan, we're just tired of it. We're just tired. I speak for all Falcon fans. We're tired of it. Fire the head coach. Penix, yes, give another year. We can be patient, but he need to step up, bro. Because guys, his classmates, his peers, they're showing they belong in the NFL. Penix haven't had a moment to show that he belongs in the NFL yet. He hasn't. When are you going to have your moment? When are you going to throw for 300 yards in the game? Or just a high 250 or more, 3-4 touchdowns in the game? When are you going to do that? Because when you do that, trust me, when you do that, you're going to have all the fans, Falcon fans on your side, bro. I'm telling you, we're going to have everybody on your side. But until you do that, we're just going to be like, oh, we got an okay quarterback. We're going to be patient with you, though, because we understand this your real first year starting. You know what I'm saying? You're still a rookie, basically. Based on the games you play, you're basically still a rookie. But by year 3, the pressure's going to be high. Because, bro, if you come out next year and you stink and Drake May, because right now, like it look like him and Caleb Williams, if they keep playing how they're playing, both of their teams are going to be in the playoffs. And next year, if it's the same thing where Michael Penix is struggling and Drake May and Caleb both are flourishing and their team make the playoffs again back-to-back years, we might have to Might have to drop Michael Penix off in the free agency or trade that boy to find somebody else, bro. It might be time to let go. It might be time to let go. Because when we're looking at your peers, they succeed, they're flourishing. What are you doing? And we just tired of losing, man. Last night, I was just so disappointed, man. We should have won that game. We had it in our hands and we let it go. We had the game in our hands and we let it go, man. Just making dumb mistakes, just doing dumb stuff. It's just like, man. Penix missed 2 throws, bro. Overthrown, 2 throws. They could have kept our first drive in overtime going. They could have kept the chains moving. And he just didn't. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. He just didn't do what he was supposed to do, bro. The play, the throws was right there. The niggas was right there. He didn't execute. And when you don't execute and you get the other team an opportunity to execute, and that team you give an opportunity to do that, every game they've shown, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, we're most definitely gonna do what we're supposed to do. I'm not surprised on JT rush for 244 yards. He's been rushing and dominating everybody all year, so I'm not surprised. So when you don't take advantage of the opportunity that you have, if you don't take advantage of each drive that you have, of course you're going to be in position to where now the running back on the other team going for 244 yards on your team. The dude bust out an 83-yard, bro. It's just, what can you really do? What can you really do as a Falcon fan? All you can really do is just pray and just hope we can win out to compete in this tough NFC. Because trust me, bro, 49ers ain't going nowhere. The Bears, they're not going nowhere. Green Bay, you think about it. The NFC North and the NFC West could potentially have 3 teams make the playoffs. That's leaving the East and South with only 1 team making it. That's how deep the NFC is. 2 divisions have 3 teams that potentially can all make the playoffs. Leaving the South and East with only 1 person. That's going to be the team that win the division. You have to step up, and you got to pray that some teams fall so you could climb up. So when you win, you hope another team lose so you can jump ahead of them when it comes in the watch in the playoff picture. When it comes to the playoff picture and the playoff rankings, that's how it is. Right now, we're nowhere near going to win. Unless everything just fall apart in Tampa. It's hard for me to see the Falcons winning out and winning the NFC South. It's hard. It is hard for me to see. And I bet $1 million that don't even happen. You know what I'm saying? So I bet money against it than for it. Let's just be honest with you. So hopefully we can get over that hump. But right now, I'm just tired. Raheem, come on, bro. Come on. This is your last opportunity. If you don't take over this team as a head coach and turn this mid team into a winning team, you would never ever be considered or have consideration of being a head coach ever again in your career. You will always just be an assistant coach to a defensive coordinator. That's all you're going to ever be. You're going to be a position coach or defensive coordinator. That's all you're going to be. If you can't overcome the BS that we got going on in Atlanta right now and put us in position so we can be a winning team, a competing team year by year, on a year-on-year basis, then it's over for you it's not going to be over for you as a head coach. It's not going to be over for you as a coordinator, but it's over for you as a head coach because these are 2 stops that you have had. It's going to be the second stop that you didn't had to where you did nothing. You did nothing. No playoff success. Same thing in Tampa. They give you opportunity. No playoff success. Now you get another opportunity 10 years later. No playoff success. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro. We're not accepting that in Atlanta, bro. We want our teams to be competitive and compete in the NFC South that we really feel like we should win every year. I feel like I think our team is way better than the Bucs. We have the piece, we have the skill position. For the last 4 or 5 years, we've been drafting top offensive talent, and yet we still can't even sniff the playoffs. We can't sniff the playoff. That's unacceptable. So hopefully we turn it around, and if we don't, then clear house. Clean house, clear house. Do what you got to do, man. Bring somebody else in there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully what they bring to the table can help us overcome and get over the hump to make the playoffs. Hopefully. Let's get into this next topic, man. Aaron Rodgers, man. Last night, Aaron Rodgers looked terrible. He looks terrible. There's reports that Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers want him to come back in 2026. That's more has to do because the 2026 NFL draft class, especially when it comes to quarterbacks, is super weak. All these guys they had coming out, they had about 4 or 5 quarterbacks. They were telling us, oh, he's going to be good. He's going to this and that. Man, all these guys they told us either going to return next year, go back to school because they didn't have a good year this year, or they're probably going to be a third-day quarterback or do injured for the season. So all these guys they were hyping up, all overrated. All either overrated to a point they got to go back to school, you know what I'm saying, to get better, or they're just injured and it's just like, they're just having a disappointing season because they're just injured, you know what I'm saying? But Scott, we got to start listening. I like Mel Kiper, bro. Everybody he told us was going to be a top quarterback in this draft, bro, coming up, bro. All the guys that potentially might go back to school because they need it. And so the Pittsburgh Steelers like want to bring Aaron Rodgers back because he's probably going to be better than what the draft has to offer. And that might be right. But after last night, you might think Aaron Rodgers should retire. But this is what I would say. I don't think he should retire. Aaron's not going to move the same. Like, it was one play where he stepped up in the pocket and Bud Dupree came around. Then he just, you know what I'm saying? He retraced his track. He retraced his steps. He rushed outside. Then he retraced his steps to make that sack. Young Aaron Rodgers he has a little speed, a little quickness to get that first down. Old Aaron Rodgers, all day, going to get a sack, man. He ain't got that burst no more, bro. And that Achilles too, he ain't running around like he used to, like he was back in the day in his prime. He's not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not expecting him to do that. But he also don't have no weapons. If you double team DK, there's nobody else you fear on the offense. They don't have a running game. The crazy part about it is you let Najee Harris go because you felt like Warren could be your number one back to carry the load so you can have a competent and a great running game. And he hasn't shown nothing. He's been banged up also, to be fair, but when he's playing, he don't show nothing. He don't jump off the screen like he was before. He was jumping off the screen. That's why they was okay with letting Najee Harris walk. Because they was comfortable and confident that Warren could carry the load. But now I don't see nothing for him. They got the Jalen Johnson kid. He make plays down and there, and then he make plays, you know what I'm saying, bit by bit. But he ain't really nobody that you fear either. He don't jump off the screen. Besides DK, name me somebody else. I thought Calvin Austin was due for a great year. You know what I'm saying? Coming off of last year. I thought he was going to come this year and show that he can be a number 2. And he hasn't really shown nothing. They're using 3 tight ends when you really need more skill positions when it comes to the wide receiver position, not the tight end. You know what I'm saying? You're using Washington, 300 pounds, really a block tight end. Jonnu Smith, who looked old. He made a Pro Bowl last year. So they expect him coming into the team, he was going to be somebody that's going to be good. But he hasn't really shown nothing. The team just overall isn't good on offense. The O-line is inconsistent. Just like the Falcons inconsistent, their O-line is inconsistent. And he don't have nobody else to throw to. The defense is great. The defense is great when it wants to be. If they're not getting no turnovers, they're mid. When they're getting turnovers, they're the best thing in the NFL that you see. They're getting it. They're sacked. They can strip sack the quarterback. They can pick the quarterback off. They're all over the quarterback. But when it just comes to A-Rod, yes, he's old. He's old. But I believe you give him some help, you give him another receiver that can create separation, that can get open. I think he's good enough to take advantage of that with a DK on the other side. Then once you have a guy that can get open, now you have to account for that. And now DK not getting double team as much no more, which open him up to get separation. Now he can make plays. So when I look at Aaron Rodgers, yes, he probably will retire after this season because he looks super, super duper old. But if he doesn't, and the Pittsburgh brings in another weapon for him, I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay with seeing Aaron Rodgers come back for his 22nd season. But if they don't bring him another weapon, there's no reason to come back, bro. You might well let Will Howard deal with that. Let him deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Let him have experience. Bring him in and let Mason Rudolph carry the offense, be the guy of the offense, man. That's what I do. But if you bring another wide receiver in, just like a Waddle or any somebody like that, I think you'll be better off keeping Aaron Rodgers. But if you don't, I think you're better off letting Aaron Rodgers walk, bro, and letting him just retire and go into the sunset because you're not doing him no justice just with one weapon, which is DK Metcalf. The running game is not there. So now you're putting all the pressure on Aaron Rodgers to make plays, even though he's super old and he's not mobile like he used to. He can't scrub around like he used to. So the Steelers can fix that problem by bringing another guy that can get open and create separation, make plays. So Aaron Rodgers can have another guy that can make plays outside of just the tight ends and DK. Then I think that'd be great bringing him back. But if they can't, let that man go ahead and retire, bro. Because last night he looked crazy. A lot has to do with him not throwing the ball on time and messing up and making mistakes. But it also, you got to admit, too, he has nobody else that can get open besides DK. And if you double DK, then there's nobody else that's going to get open. And Aaron is going to have a long day dinking and dunking the ball all day. So if they fix that problem, then I'll rock. And if they don't, then, man, if I'm mad, I just retire. If I'm on Aaron, I just retire and let it go. So that's my thoughts on that. Last topic of the day. I don't know if I'm spelling his name right, but who cares, though, because you already know what I'm talking about. Let's talk about Matthew Strafford to end the show off so y'all can get ready to watch some Monday Night Football. So the last game of the day I want to do the Matthew Strafford topic. Because right now, Matthew Strafford has 4 straight games of 4+ touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He also has in total 25 passing touchdowns with only 2 picks. Matthew Strafford was known as the pick 6 god. What I mean by that is him and Matt Shaw were known for just throwing pick six. That was their con. They throw a lot of pick sixes, really, because they're trying to throw the ball down the field. I want my quarterback to throw the ball down the field. And a lot of times, though, too, they think they could just force it in tight coverages. And a lot of times they get picks that don't go their way. And a lot of guys take it to the crib. And that happens a lot. But we got to give Matthew Stafford credit, man. The Matthew Stafford that we saw in Detroit is not the same Matthew Stafford we've been seeing with the LA Rams. If you just take away the 2022 season, if you look at 21, 23, 24, and this year, Matthew Stafford has been playing some of the best football of his career. And he deserves credit. And I think if he does win this MVP, I put that stamps his Hall of Fame gold jacket. He don't need a Super Bowl. If he get a Super Bowl, that's good. And I think that nails it down too. I think that puts him in a position to make the Hall of Fame automatic. That's an automatic bid for the Hall of Fame. But I think an MVP, he already has a Super Bowl. If he wins the MVP, another Pro Bowl, now we're looking at a potential 3-time Pro Bowler. He's going to have an all-pro if he wins MVP, because most quarterbacks, besides Lamar Jackson last year, if you're the best, most quarterbacks that win MVP are going to be the first-team all-pro quarterback. So he's going to have that, too, under his belt. That's 1. 3 Pro Bowls, that. MVP. To me, that solidifies his goal. That solidifies him getting a gold jacket. Then if he wins a Super Bowl, that 100% solidifies him getting a gold jacket. Because now we're talking about a 2-time MVP. Now, he's the Super Bowl MVP. He wins MVP, and he's a first-team All-Pro. That's Hall of Fame. That's Hall of Fame. 17. Now we're talking about 17 years in the league. He's a 9th quarterback to have over 400 passing touchdowns. Matthew Stafford, I'm just happy he's getting the credit that he deserved, because he was overshadowed. His talent was overshadowed by how terrible those Lion teams were. Him and Megatron put up some great, incredible numbers together, but it was always overshadowed because the team overall wasn't good. It just wasn't. They just weren't good. The team weren't good. The team wasn't good. And he had to deal with it. And he was getting banged up. O-line was terrible. He was always injured, always getting hurt. But he was a tough son of a gun. He stood in that pocket and still slung that thing around. He's one of the best ball spinners of all time. When you look at, he throws spirals all day. He throw a spiral. All his spirals look just effortless. How the ball just come off his hands, bro, just effortless. So he throws a beautiful ball. But I'm just happy he's getting the credit that he deserved by just playing his butt off. 37 years old, balling. 25 touchdowns, bro. There's no coverage he hasn't seen in his 17 years of playing. There's no coverage, bro. Nothing surprises him when he's on that field. He's just super comfortable, laid back, accurate, poised, stepping in the pocket, just taking what the defense gives him, and also throwing the ball down the field and throwing his guys open and giving his guys opportunity to catch 50-50 passes, 50-50 balls. So credit to Sean McVay. Credit to Matthew Stafford for playing his butt off. Credit to Devontae Adams. He lead the league in touchdowns with 9. And he's really, if you watch it, bro, Devontae Adams, most of his catches are just touchdowns. Ain't like he getting hella targets. Just every time the ball is in Devontae Adams' hands, it's either a deep, it's either some yak, either he getting that yak, either it's a 30, 40-yard pass, or it's a touchdown, bro. He's just taking advantage of all the opportunities that he's given. You watch Devontae taking every opportunity they give him, he's taking advantage. Because you know most of the targets gonna go to the Puka. Then they're gonna get the tight ends involved. They're gonna throw something to the running back. But every time you see Devontae Adams getting the ball, he's either mossing somebody or he's either scoring a touchdown. So credit to him too, because he's making it plays and taking advantage of each opportunity that comes his way. Matthew Stafford's giving him the ball. He's giving Puka the ball, making Puka look like one of the best wide receivers in the league. The tight ends, he feeding the tight ends. He's just making play after play after play. I'm just happy he's in a position to where now you don't question him now. You can't question him. You can't question his greatness. You can't really not bringing up the Detroit Lions now to me is just corny because it's just like we're seeing if you put the right pieces around him, he can flourish and he can make plays and he's a great quarterback. But when you're with a team that overall just isn't good, period, you're going to struggle and it's going to be hard for you to overcome that because you're always going to get hit. You're always going to be banged up. So credit to Matthew Stafford. If he wins MVP, I'll be happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I still put Sam Darnold up there. I think Sam is just like nobody expected Sam to do what he's doing. Nobody expected it. That's why I believe he's more of a valuable player. Because to be honest with you, bro, these are the same weapons Geno Smith had. Despite DK, these basically the same weapons that Geno Smith had. And he's still putting up crazy numbers, putting up better numbers than Geno. Exceeding all expectations. Then I look at Jonathan Taylor, what he did to my Falcons, 244, what he did to the Chargers, what he did to the Titans both times. He just balling. Every time the ball is in his hand, he just explodes for a big game or for a touchdown. So I give credit to that too. You know, so if Matthew Stafford does win MVP, I'm going to be happy for him. I feel like that solidifies him getting a gold jacket. But if he doesn't, I mean, it's no way I'm not going to forget this season. Trust me, because he's on track to throw. If he keeps doing what he's doing, he's probably going to throw over 40 touchdowns. 35 to 40 touchdowns this season. He keeps doing what he's doing right now. He's balling. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Rams. They're in position. They're probably going to win the AFC West. You know what I'm saying? Unless the Seahawks can beat them. I think they play the Seahawks coming up. Then that might not happen. But right now, they're on track to win the NFC West. Shout out to Matthew Stafford and shout out to Sean McVay. So that's my thoughts on that. And those are our topics for today. We will get into some more topics tomorrow because we're going to recap the game today, the Eagles and Packers. I got the Eagles winning. So we're going to recap that game, talk about what Michael do. We're going to talk about what Jordan Love do. I'm going to get on Jalen. And I'm also going to get on the defense. You know, Jalen and AJ, let's see how their connection looks today. And we're going to get on that defense, how that defense look too. So that's my thoughts today. If y'all follow me, make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. If you just watch me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to my Instagram. Not my Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to the Twitter because I put clips on the Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to my TikTok because I always put stuff on. Most of my stuff is on the TikTok. And I just started now putting more stuff on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram too so you get all the content. I'm going to clip this up. I'm going to put all the content out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to clip it up. I'm going to put some shorts out. So make sure I look for that. Like I always tell y'all, if you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know because I don't care. If you think I got a bad take, you think I got a good take, I take everything in consideration. I listen. I'm going to listen. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear you. I listen. So I'm listening. I do more listening than hearing. You know what I'm saying? So I hear everything you're saying and I will reply back to you too. Even if you're saying something that you think gonna hurt my feelings, I still respond because, bro, at the end of the day, bro, I don't take myself that serious. In the day, we just talking sports, bro. This ain't life or death or nothing like that. It's just sports. I mean, everybody has the right to have an opinion on sports because we all pay to watch it. We all been to games. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I look at everything from a fan perspective. So like I said, if you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know. At the end of the day, I appreciate both. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what I need to do to get better. If you got any suggestions, let me know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? If you got someone to say something under my shorts, you know what I'm saying, like that, let me know that too. You know what I'm saying? And that's the end of this show. I appreciate everybody that joined to watch it. I appreciate everybody that is going to watch it after I clip it up and after I end the stream. And like I said, I appreciate everybody that's been supporting me. I'm at 33 subs right now. We're on the road to 500, but once we do 100. So right now we're on the verge to 100. You know, so really on the verge to 50. So when we get to 50, that's going to be a huge accomplishment for me starting a channel on my own and getting it to 50. That's going to be dope. So I just like I said, I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me. I appreciate everybody that comment under my videos. I always got something to say to my videos that support me, and I will support y'all. If you got a channel you want me to support, anybody that want to work or want to come on, let me know. I would love to have somebody else to have a conversation with about all these topics that I have, and somebody that can agree or disagree with me on my takes. I would love that too. So you know what I'm saying? I love that friendly banter. So like I say, man, appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know when it Be Like That podcast is gonna come back, but as soon as I figure that out, I will let you know. I'll give you the date and time, let y'all know about that. But once again, like I say, it's the Football Den, and we out. Peace out.